Is the hot water in your house too hot? Or is it too cool? Well, welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. Today, I'm going to show you how to adjust that. A typical hot water heater in a house looks like this one. This is mine in my house. And it is a typical electric hot water heater. You'll see a panel here. There's also a panel down here. There's a heating element behind each panel. Most hot water heaters for a resident will have two heating elements. In most cases, there's a thermostat control for both elements. Now, my house is a little bit different. The heating element at the top is controlled by the thermostat at the bottom. So I've only got one place to adjust mine, but I'm going to show you how to adjust it. And whether you got an adjustment on both or just one, the adjustment works the same. But before we get started, the first thing you want to do is turn off the power to this hot water heater. Now, in my house, I'm lucky in that right here, I have an outlet where I can unplug my hot water heater right here next to it. That way there's no question that the power is off. Most houses won't have that because I put that in myself some years ago. So you may have to go to your breaker box and flip a breaker to turn off the power to this thing. But just for safety's sake, turn the electricity off before you start adjusting this thing. Just to be safe. We don't want anybody getting hurt. Alright, now to get to the heating elements, you have to take these panels off. I've already got one of the screws out of the bottom, so it'll come out pretty easy. And yeah, I just dropped that on the floor, but it didn't hurt nothing. Now the top element, I'm going to go ahead and take this cover off just to show you what things look like. Because of the angles of stuff, and I don't have a good angle to show you here, you can see the top element easier than you can see the bottom one. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one off. Okay. I'll set that one down without dropping it. Okay, typically you'll have a piece of insulation of some sort that covers this up. You raise that up. And under here is your heating element with the thermostat control, which mine doesn't have a thermostat on the top, but it does have a heating element here. And this, like I said, this heating element is controlled by the thermostat at the bottom. But I wanted to show you this. On mine, right up here, there is a reset button. If for some reason the circuit gets overloaded and that reset trips, you can reset it by pressing that button. Now under the bottom here, you see these two wires right here going into a round looking thing? That is the actual end of the heating element. That's the part that has 220 volts on it if the power's on heating that water. So you really want to make sure you turn the power off of this thing before you start working on it. Okay? Now, unfortunately, this one doesn't have the thermostat control, and I can't get the camera down well to show you the one at the bottom. So I'm going to have to show you with some still photos. If you think this video is going to help you to save some money by doing things yourself, and that's what this channel is all about, give us a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to our channel. And also I'd like to give a hello out there to Dottie and Alan. They suggested I say hello to them in a future video. And in going forward, put your name in the comments below. Just first name, no last name. And maybe I'll give you a hello in a future video. And now we're going to proceed on to showing you how to adjust this hot water heater. Here we have a still photo of the thermostat that's on my bottom hot water heater element. And the red circle shows you obviously where the control is at. This control, like I said, is somewhat like the thermostat on your central air conditioning system or your heating. Except that you don't turn it with your finger. You got to have a screwdriver and you got to put it in that little slot right in the middle of the red circle. And if you can see, the dial is incremented from 90 degrees to 125 to 150 degrees. That's about normal for hot water heater thermostats. They're not real precise like your HVAC system is. And I would recommend that if you do adjust it, go real small increments. It's probably more noticeable than you would think. So adjust it just a little bit. It doesn't matter if you're going hotter or cooler. Adjust it just a little bit Give it a day or so and see how you like it before you adjust it by very much at one time. But that's how you adjust the temperature on your hot water in your hot water heater. You just turn that little dial with a screwdriver and choose your new temperature, and it'll take care of the rest. And that's about it. You adjust those little dials on your thermostat control for your heating elements, whether you've got one or two, the adjustment is the same. And the only thing that's left now is to put the covers back on here. I'm not going to waste your time watching me put these covers back on. Turn your power back on. Don't forget that, or this thing you'll have cold water the next morning. But turn your power back on after you got the covers on and everything's closed up. And that's it. And we really appreciate you visiting Do It Yourself with Wayne. And we would really appreciate it also if you would give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much, and we hope you have a great day.